folks. It's my vacation week, so we can get these done. Let's see who we're doing this for next. We've only got 4 signs to go. This is your October general read. Capricorn. Capricorn. Oh, good timing, eh? Is this you? I've got a new camera on the go. Bear with me while I'm trying to get used to... There we go. I'm trying to get used to all these lights and things. And we'll see how we do. We're going to use a 10-card spread. We're going to start with the Elle Oracle. And then we're going to do that 10-card spread. We're going to use the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg for you. And then we will do your magnetic poetry and get some numbers on this biznatch. Lots of astrological things going on this month. Definitely important for you. I know I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, astrology podcasts, because guess what? For the first time in 20 years, Pluto is not going to be in our sign. Which is super huge. I know for me personally, being a Cap sun, I have a 4-placement stellium in Capricorn, including my Sun, Jupiter, Neptune, and my midheaven. So definitely would be great to not have Pluto in my sign any longer. So I'm looking forward to it. And tomorrow we have a partial lunar eclipse in Libra. So that's good. Lots of auspicious things happening for us. Let's find out what your Elle Oracle card is for October. Check out the description box for everything you need to know and watch your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. We have She Who Surprises, Brise, Surprise, Discovery, and Revelation. You're either surprising somebody, pleasantly surprising somebody or otherwise this month, or you have surprises being brought upon you this month. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's ominous. So let's see what we've got here for you. Again, we're using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. I have 3 new decks that I've acquired over the last few months that I haven't really gotten to test drive a whole lot. I've been a little busy, but we can make sure that we get... Oh, that was interesting. I should have looked at that. I only take flippers and jumpers, maximum of 3, and there are 2 cards in each of 5 different positions in this spread that we're going to do today for you. I'm hoping that I have some additional free time this week so that I can potentially do some other spreads. I was thinking of doing a career one, might do a love one, I'm not sure. Playing around with a couple ideas, and I do want to make sure that I get our Wheel of the Year reading going for the end of October, so we'll see what shakes out. You know I haven't always been the greatest with getting readings out on time, but I'll try my best, you know. Anyway. I do like playing with the cards. I don't necessarily consider it work, but you know, still, girls gotta relax. Too much screen time is never a good thing. Twist for fairness for you, and let's get started. In your current energy at this time, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do what I've got to do. I do what I have to do by Sarah McLachlan in my head right now. Judgment card. Decisions. This is Aries Sagittarius card. This is the trumpeter's call, but also it's about making a decision or paying the Pied Piper. But it is about making decisions, having a decision at the top of mind for you at this time. Let's see what else we have. Or a decision being brought to you. There are decisions being made about you, perhaps. Who knows? We'll see. What else do we have for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? That one was quick to come out. Now the next one won't be, right? It's usually the way it works. Oh, we have a flipper. Whoa. We have 3 flippers. Whoopsie. Okay, we'll take the first one. 6 of Cups. In the upright with the moon in the reverse and the 10 of wands in the reverse. Okay, so you have right now something cool that's happening for you. We have the 6 of Cups. This is either a hope, wish, goal, or a dream long cherished, something from childhood perhaps, that is coming to the forefront in the present. This is something that you have been thinking about since you were a kid, something that you always wanted coming to fruition at the present time. This could also be the resurgence of past connections from childhood. However, I generally don't lean towards that, meaning I usually am looking at this as that long cherished hope, wish, dream, or goal that you have been holding on to since childhood. In addition to that, we have the moon in the reverse with the 10 of cups in the reverse, coming out of confusion, deceptions being revealed to you, coming out of a dream space, or pay attention to your dreams, I think, for this one, because the moon is in the reverse. Enlightenment and insight being gained from your dreams. Normally in the upright, I would say this would be nightmares, but it is about confusion lifting and letting go of burdens and responsibilities. More than likely, this is letting go of burdens, gaining insight, and being able to let go of burdens and responsibilities. Just weight being lifted off of your shoulders with the 10 of wands there in the reverse with the moon. Coming out of confusion about something, it's almost like there's clarity all of a sudden, and it helps to alleviate some stress for you. It's, because we have this card with it, it's almost like it reads like a story. You have a sudden clarity and coming out of confusion about a long cherished wish, dream, hope, or goal, and it's kind of helping. It's lifted a weight off of your shoulders in a way. It's almost like there's a realization that this is still within your grasp, or that you don't necessarily have to put so much pressure on yourself regarding it. But there's clarity nonetheless. I think you'll gain insight through your dreams, so dream work is something that you could look at here. But things are coming out of the shadows. The boogeyman that was the coat sitting on the chair in the corner of your figurative bedroom in the night is really just a coat on the chair. You could be dealing with alleviating fears that you would have, but you're gaining insight nonetheless. So there is a decision that you're looking at the same time about something to do with that at the present moment. Could be deciding to go after a goal of some sort. Who knows? Anyway, your current desires, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have the King of Coins. Taurus energy there. That is fixed energy. The Kings are always our fixed signs. Some people like to just attribute all of the earth energy to it, but I like to get a little bit more specific. No dig against anybody else, but looking at this, I see this as Taurus energy. This is about firm foundations. This is about masculine Taurus energy. The want to be able to bring warmth into the home space and be the provider, the provisional, the person who brings in the warmth into the home space and can provide the security within the home. What else? We had one hit. We have two. Sorry, guys. 10 of Swords. There's an ending that's coming about that has to do with a lack of contract or offer as well. There's something here about desiring at this time endings and healing and alleviation of pain to do with a lack of communication of contracts or offers, peace offering, timepieces. It seems as if there's been a long wait for contracts and offers to come through, and your desire is to see this come to an end. You'd like to bring an ending about for this. You see how this guy is just in agony here. He's got all of those swords in him. Normally, classically, we see in the Rider-Waite tarot, the guy has all the swords in his back. It reminds me of that Manson song, I wish that I could sleep, but there's a knife in my back for every day that I've known you. But the knives aren't in his back in this deck, if you notice. The knives are sticking in his chest. They're actually sticking all over. He looks like a figurative voodoo doll with all the pins in him. It's definite agony here. You're looking for an alleviation of agony, either for yourself or somebody else. With that page of coins in the reverse there, you're looking at somebody not being offered something, contracts not coming through, communications about something on the tangible plane. Either it has to do with material resources or energetic resources or even spiritual resources not coming through, and you're looking for an alleviation, an end being in sight for that. I think that it has to do with this King of Coins energy, the provisional of the home, the security of the home, the warmth of hearth and home. Because King of Coins energy is typically the person who brings in the supply for the Queen of Pentacles in order to create the atmosphere that makes the house the home. And so that's your desire at this time. What you don't expect at this time, Capricorn. What do we have? What does Capricorn not expect at this time? That flew out straight away. I think you're very intentional and communicative about your desires. And I think that you're also, as Christina says, Sassy Scorpion Tarot, she always says that Capricorn's a super efficient sign when it comes to readings, about communicating everything. I think that's absolutely 100% true here. Let's see, what do you not expect? What is hidden from your awareness and that you do not expect at this time? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, no. That's way too many. So we're not going to take, just going to show you all of these cards that have flipped. I can't take this many, guys. That's way too many. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I won't do that to you. I won't do that to myself. Okay, let's see what you don't expect. What you don't expect. I keep on wanting to say what not to expect, which is weird. But what you don't expect, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have one. Temperance. What you don't expect is healing. The tempering of two energies. Long distance travel is also associated with this, as well as spirituality. See, his angel here is pouring from one cup to the other at this time. Sorry, I'm really getting used to the focus on this camera. I really like this camera though, because look how sharp all of the images are. But this is about Sagittarian energy on the Temperance card here. Healing, the need for healing, the need for the tempering of emotions in between hot and cold, anger and joy, but also deep gentleness and peace. There's a peace bringing with this. Serenity and calm and peace is heralded with the Temperance card. What else? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There is dishonesty here. The Ace of Swords in the reverse is typically because the Ace of Swords is a sword of truth. And you see, this is kind of pointing in the spread that I'm doing right now. This is pointing directly down at the Temperance angel. There's a lack of truth or a deception here that it has to do with healing or with tempering one's emotions. It could be that there's a lack of honesty about the emotions in a situation, or about healing in a situation. Somebody's not being honest about healing in a situation. What you do not expect is that somebody hasn't healed in a situation, and there's a little bit of deception going on with that. I want to pull one more on it. Let's pull one more. One more. Tell us about this. Tell us about it. You've had 3 or more cards for every other position, so why not? Why not? Let's poke the bear, shall we? Somebody might lose their temper over what they anticipate is a deception or a lack of truth in a situation. Or there's healing over a deception. Or somebody needs to keep their cool when they find out about a lie. That's what you do not expect. There's a lie or a deception, or something that somebody's not being honest about, and it's up to you to keep your temper intact. Tell us more. That's too many. That's too many. Tell us more. One more. We're moving so quickly, I might as well. About a celebration. Gossip. This is 3 women getting together and talking about something. It's also about a party. but a joyous gathering typically. But it's about individuals getting together and celebrating something over drink and talking about something. Again, it can also be gossip, but I typically read that when it's in the reverse. Temperance can also be about things in moderation because you are tempering things. And so moderating your emotions or moderating your use of substances in order to, somebody's being dishonest about something that has to do with moderation of substances when they go out celebrating. That's what you do not expect. Because the Three of Cups is celebration. Somebody goes out and celebrates. There's deception involved in the celebration. And what you do not expect is that there's moderation required or healing required, or there's healing that comes about as a result of it. There's deception during the celebration, and that somebody really has healing to do. Deception during the celebration, there's really healing that needs to happen. Or everybody's celebrating, but they see that there's healing that needs to occur. Okay. In the near future for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have here? You hear? Or maybe somebody doesn't tell you that there's a gathering happening and you lose your temper. Or they don't invite you because you cannot exercise moderation. It's something that you don't expect. But of course you wouldn't expect it if the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. You could also be lying to other people. Oh, I can't go out right now. Somebody could be inviting you to a gathering or a celebration, and you could be lying to them about whether or not you can attend a celebration because you're attempting to moderate something. You're attempting to live into moderation, or you're attempting to heal something, so you're not necessarily in a place where you can participate in a celebration of sorts. It's three women, strength. So this is a Leo card. It's about not losing your temper, harnessing the inner beast of passion, anger, those kinds of things. Having courage also is denoted in this card. Again, being brave in a situation, being brave enough to face something, whether it be a difficult conversation, being brave enough to confront your own hot emotions. And it's because you see he is the lion tamer there, right? Leo energy on that. What else do we have? Okay. With the Six of Coins. Libra energy. I always find this to be a Libra card because it is about balance, equilibrium, being brave enough to ask for help, or brave enough to, or, not being too proud. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Not being too proud to ask for help. I mean, I understand that we talk about monetary when we get our pentacles up here, but I always have to remind people that it's not necessarily always money. Material resources is one interpretation of pentacles, but we also think about pentacles in terms of time, which is currency you cannot get a refund on. In addition to that, it's also energetic resources, which of course translates to time, and our spiritual resources. It depends who you are and how you approach your pentacle, how you approach your coin, and how much of your energy you put into your coin. We have to expel energy in order to earn coin. And therefore, not being too proud. There's something here about in the future not being too proud to admit that there's a lack of balance in a situation when it comes to requiring assistance or requiring more balance. You know, the Six of Coins is about being the charity or the charitable, but this can be about our spiritual or energetic resources, not necessarily always our monetary resources. And it is the ebb and flow. And so if you've asked for a lot of help, either monetarily, energetically, or spiritually, it's when you have to, when you have to return some of that back to another person after receiving it. And so it's about not being too proud or having the courage to speak up and speak to that. Either speak to it or confront it or tame it. And so there's that, but also if we wanted to go with the other side of things, although, because it is in the upright, I don't want to necessarily address it from the standpoint of it being anger or passion to the point of negativity. It can also be holding your own when it comes to how angry or passionate or heated your discussions get when you're reviewing how much of your energetic, spiritual, or monetary resources you expel or receive. I think this, though, is about being too proud to accept help or too proud to admit where you're lacking balance as far as this goes. It's in the future, you know? You could also be proud that you have the ability here. We have to look at this from several different angles and perspectives, yes? It could also be where you're proud that you have the ability to repay somebody after you've accepted help. You know? What do we call a group of lions? A pride, right? And so that could absolutely be the case, is that, you have to have the courage to admit, but also that you're proud that you're able to repay somebody, that you're able to give where you once had to only receive, where you felt you were always take, and now you have the ability to give back, Remember, sixes are always about equilibrium, just like twos are, just like fours are. However, sixes, because we have the 6 pentacles there, it's about the 3 and the scales being righted. Okay, in the long distance future, what do we have for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Capricorn. Okay, 3 of Swords in the reverse, healing. What did we say before about this in the what you do not expect? You are deceiving people about attending a party or an invitation, a gathering of women perhaps, because you need to exercise moderation, but you also there's something here that you're addressing from a spiritual standpoint, and needing to heal. And you could be avoiding large gatherings of people because you're attempting to heal something. And you're making up excuses, but you're lying, and so there's deception involved in shying away from those gatherings because there's a requirement to heal. In the distant future, you will have your healing. 3 of Swords is a very painful card. It's 3 swords piercing a heart. It's about heartbreak. And I think in the long-term future, you will have your retribution in the form of healing that broken heart. It's not up to me to tell you what that's about. It's up to you to put voice to that. But in the long-term future here, you will have that day where you realize the thing that pierced your heart so you no longer think about anymore. The thing that you used to cry over, or the thing that used to really literally give you pains in your chest, no longer even occurs to you during your waking day. What else? Came out on the side. Hermit in the reverse. Yes, it's because, you know why? Do you know why you've healed? Because you've learned a personal truth. You've taken the time in isolation. When this is the what you don't expect. You didn't expect that by isolating yourself, you didn't expect that by isolating yourself and shying away from being overcrowded by busyness, or escaping through surrounding yourself with others, and by deceiving other people in an attempt to do that, and by taking the time to yourself in order to heal, to connect spiritually, to make sure that you're moderating your intake of other people's energy, because when you go into a Three of Cups, you're taking on other people's shit, that you are also isolating. And in isolation, there's the ability, we call this the cave of self-discovery, because that's what the Hermit does. That's why he has his lantern there, Virgo energy on it. He's going into the cave of self-discovery, isolating himself, and having personal conversations to gain insight, to understand a deep personal truth. And that's how he ends up healing the heartbreak, is that he understands why something hurts so bad. He understands why something bothers him so much, and how he can move forward. How he can have the swords fall out of the heart. How he can have it not pierce so much. How it won't sting so bad the next time he encounters it, right? But there's a deep personal truth that you are emerging from the cave of self-discovery having learned. You're emerging from isolation in the distant future, having learned exactly what the thorn in your heart was. And just like being at the doctor's office and getting a diagnosis for an ailment, once you understand the cause, you can then remedy the ailment, right? You can remedy the issue because you understand far better. Insight is required, and you gain the insight. That's beautiful. I like that. That's dope. Bottom of the deck for you, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is not a time for impulsivity or for, irrational, shoot from the hip type action. This is not a time for you to just, go guns a-blazing out there on your horse, lopping people's heads off all irresponsibly. This is time for you to use careful forethought in your action. This is time for you to use slow, plodding, methodical effort, such as what the Knight of Pentacles would do. A Virgo card as well. But this is Gemini energy. It's not time for you to be dichotomous. It's not time for you to say one thing and do another because your energy is wishy-washy. It's not time for you to be irresponsible in your action. It's time for you to use careful forethought and consideration in what you do. And in doing so, you have the ability to take the time to really consider what you want, what is best for you, what is best for the people around you, and how you can benefit and speak to the highest good in yourself and others. And ultimately, that is really what you want. I mean, most people are not born terrible people, So, you can achieve that for yourself, at least in October. All right. Let's take a look at what your numbers are for the month. Numbers of significance for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have 12 breaking down to a 3, 11 breaking down to a 2, 6, and 6. What did I say? Give and take, equilibrium, right? And a little bit of creativity there. Okay, let's take a look at your magnetic poetry, and then we'll be done. And we'll put it in list format, so you don't think I'm trying to tell you what you should be like, reading it as. Alrighty. The other signs are going to be mad that I kind of clarified in the middle there. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm just happy if I get all 12 of these done. We don't have a lot of words, but that's okay. Okay, that's what we have for you. All right, Caps, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this made sense to you. And if you like what I'm doing here and the new decks and all those kinds of things. We'll see you when we see you next. Happy October. It's finally not super hot outside. All right, we'll see you. Bye.